Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the British Grand Prix here in Ionon Formula Racing People's Clan League Season 3. Today, in this beautiful Saturday, we will be having our qualifying session here in the Leisden International Airport. Let's have a look at today's track, shall we? Situated at one of the most busiest airports in the United Kingdom, this airport is closed for today's and tomorrow's session. This track features 12 different corners and 2 DRS straights. Be sure to watch out for the very first corner because there is an invisible bump and many drivers can easily understeer into the exit at where they will meet the yellow sausage curbs. Also, be sure to watch out for one of these most menacing hairpins, corner 5. In this corner here, many drivers can easily oversteer if they have the wrong setup, or they could also understeer and hit the yellow sausage curbs, causing them to lose a lot of time. Also, be sure to watch out for corner 9. This high-speed right-handed corner is be sure to watch out for, whereas in Season 1 you can see many drivers easily understeering into the yellow sausage curbs, crashing and flying over the fence. Are we going to see many drivers getting big air today? Let's find out. So right now it is currently 4:33 with qualifying 1 to start in approximately less than 2 minutes time. So if you have not been updated with the news, Evan will have the chance to win the World Drivers' Championship tomorrow if he can score first place and beat Evan. If that is given the condition that Evan does not score any points at all tomorrow. This is because currently Rapid has a 28 points gap, so as long as he can get first and Evan doesn't get any points tomorrow, that would mean that he will have more than 52 points lead for the next 2 races, and by that Canada and United States, Evan would not be able to catch up and will lose the mathematical chance of winning the World Drivers' Championship. So right now we can see many drivers waiting at the pit exit, anxious to start the first qualifying session. Here we can see Evan in the pink Alpine alongside with Shaded, his teammate here. He has not been having a really good races so far in this season here, so hopefully Shaded can find some performance and some good pace here today. So far in the leaderboard we have no signs of Rapid, so there's a very high chance that Rapid is not going to be participating in the race. For some reason, Senna is exiting the pit exit while it's still red flag. No idea what is he doing. Anyways, he reversed back into the pits. It's 4:35, and qualifying 1 starts with 20 minutes on the clock. 15 drivers here today, so that means that we will have only 2 qualifying sessions, qualifying 1 and qualifying 3. We will be skipping qualifying 2. So basically, in the first round of the qualifying session, the top 10 drivers will proceed on to the final qualifying session, which is qualifying 3. We have a lot of good potential drivers here, but remember, British track is one of the flattest track here in IFR, so it's very flat terrain because obviously this is an airport, but there can be some invisible bumps if you are not very careful. Oh, big air from Evan in the Alpine in the warm-up lap. Big air already. Unbelievable, he has crashed at his warm-up lap. How did that happen? What on earth was that? So right now we can see Teen Poker slowing down massively. I think he's trying to establish some communication. Is he? No, he's not going to type in the chat. And here we go, starting his flying lap alongside with a lot of drivers. We can see Mirage right behind the hash. That is Piervana behind the hash of Teen Poker. So as you can see here, many drivers now starting at the hot lap. Looks like one of the LPs have messed up his lap at the exit of turn 5. I believe that is shaded. Yes, that is shaded. Not looking good for him as he gets overtaken by the Haas. It's very crowded here in qualifying session. Looks like there is 17 drivers, so that means we will have qualifying too. Oh, what is that? I just saw a flying car. Another car has flown off track. Who is that? And that's Tenay. Tenay is lost at the airport. Some sick parkour skills there, climbing across the bridge. Anyways, looks like Piervana, looks like he has screwed up his lap. He's resetting. Senna sets the provisional first place with a 1 minute and 15. Gets beaten by Ni in the Williams with a 1:14. Who is the next person to beat? Will Moto can beat it. He has a purple sector too. He is looking very strong as he approaches the final corner. What will Moto get? Can Moto beat Ni? Yes, he can. Moto beats Ni with a 1 minute and 13.9. Impressive performance from Moto in the McLaren. He has a very fast precision driving. But let's take a look at Evan as he sets a purple sector 1. Let's go on board with the Alpine driver as he now approaches turn 8. Get to the outside as much as you can, down to the inside of turn 9. Straight flat out and into the hairpin of turn 10. He misses the apex, goes very wide there. That is somehow not optimal. What can Evan scrape out of it? Nevertheless, that is a purple sector 2. Here comes Evan into the final corner. Evan looking strong. Oh, Evan goes very wide. He has clipped the yellow sausage scripts. Evan messed up his flying lap. Evan resets his car. He has abandoned his lap. Oh, what a shame. Meanwhile, Moto in the McLaren has been disconnected from the session. If he does not come within the next 20 minutes, he will be missing out qualifying too, and that means he will be starting in 15th position. Unless he's maybe taking a break somehow, I'm not sure, but let's find out in the next minutes. Here comes Lee. Yellow sectors. I don't think this is going to look good in his flying lap. No, it's not. There's no improvement from D in the Williams, unfortunately. Obvious in the AlphaTauri, he improves his sector 2 and 3, but there was no improvement in his final lap time, unfortunately. So far in this session, looks like Mirage, T-Rex and Tenay are in the danger zone, which is very unusual because Mirage and T-Rex are usually very fast drivers. There have been proven multiple times that they are very fast. Oh, someone crashed! It's a Haas! Who is that? Power! Power lost power! He has crashed into the wall! And that means he will have to reset and start another hot lap. Mirage in the Red Bull, now approaching the final corner. What time can Mirage get? Here he comes, crosses the finish line. Mirage gets provisional pole. Massive performance leap there from Mirage. Evan currently on his flying lap. Down onto the first runway. He gets a purple sector 1 again. Evan is looking very strong here as he approaches Sector 2. Very nice very nice line there from Evan. Looking very strong. He goes on the outside, down into the inside for the optimal speed. Going on the outside there. That is a very interesting line. Evan gets a yellow Sector 2, unfortunately. Evan now down, approaching the final corner. He crosses the line. What can Evan get? Evan gets provisional pole! 1 minute and 12 seconds. Impressive. That is 9/10ths quicker than Mirage. So right now, Moto, who was the first one to set the provisional pole, is currently 4th in the rankings. With only 12 minutes and a half to spare. I wonder who is going to be eliminated from the qualifying session. As we can see here, the bottom 2 drivers, Teen Poker and Trexton in the Ferrari, is not looking good. Trexton in the Ferrari crosses the finish line. He improves to 7th place, 1 minute and 15.9. Not bad at all. So right now, with T-Rex getting 7th place right behind his teammate of Senna, that means Shaded in the Alpine and Teen Poker is currently at the risk of getting eliminated. Piervana with 15th on the grid. He will definitely have to do something or else. Oh, Piervana spun! Piervana makes a mistake at the final corner. He understeers, he hits the wall, he lost his front wing, and he hits the inside wall again. Piervana couldn't find the rhythm, and F5000, sorry, Teen Poker gets 10th in the ranking. Piervana is pushed down to the danger zone. This is not looking good for the Red Bull driver, the previous winner of the French Grand Prix. Looks like Tenay has also improved. Tenay has gotten himself to 13th place. That means Obvious is pushed down to 16 and F5000 in the Aston Martin is next. Ooh, Shaded got stuck. Looks like his wheel is lodged between the 2 wire fences. What an oddity. Right now we are currently halfway through the qualifying session 1. And that means that there is only approximately 10 minutes remaining on the clock. Infinity gets 2nd place in the McLaren, scores a 13.3, beating Mirage by just 0.2 of a second. Piervana now starting his hot lap. Let's go on board with the Red Bull driver. Ooh, that is some nasty understeer there. Piervana missing the apex of corner 5. Piervana spins again! Piervana lost his front wing! Piervana is just making mistakes everywhere. He just couldn't find the grip at all. This runway, this airport track surface is very, very slippery as compared to France. Very interesting. Looks like a lot of drivers are struggling here for the grip. Maybe it's because of the invisible bump that's caused by the newer cars, because most of these drivers never experienced them in the last season car. Maybe it's because of the new suspension settings. Oh, Shaded! Shaded lost his front wing! Not again from Shaded! Shaded just couldn't keep the car under control. This is looking very bad for most drivers. Little boy in the Alfa Romeo doing pretty decent, currently in 9th place. Ooh, that is a massive bump there from Little boy. Luckily he is able to regain control of the car. Here comes Little boy down into the final corner. Can he improve his time from 9? He crosses the line, he gets 7th place to 1:15. Not bad at all. Piervana currently starting his new flying lap. Piervana is now under pressure to get himself out of qualifying 1. It will be very embarrassing, especially considering that he has won the French Grand Prix, and to suddenly be eliminated out of qualifying 1. Piervana crashed! Again! At corner 5! He has understeered, he has hit the curb, after that he has clipped it, oversteered and spun his Red Bull. Piervana just couldn't negotiate with the bumpy track surface. This is looking terrible for the Red Bull driver. He is not able to set a proper flying lap. This is looking horrible. The French Grand Prix winner is just not comfortable racing here at all. And Evan is just the qualifying god. Because the gap between Evan and Infin, 112.6, 113.3, that is 9, sorry, not 9, that is a 7/10 gap. And that is a very big gap. So with Evan recently announcing his retirement for the next season here, I think Evan will be doing his very best to beat Rapid in the WDC. With only 5 minutes remaining on the clock, Piervana don't have much time left. And so is F5000 in the Aston Martin. He is also in danger as well. And Power is currently at the risk zone. So F5000 now approaching the final corner. He crosses the line. The Mercedes crashes at the background. F5000 makes himself up to 13th spot and clears himself from danger, pushing Power into 16th position and 10A into the driver at risk. Piervana trying once again, not giving up now. We can see the AlphaTauri of obvious resetting in front of the Red Bull. The Red Bull driver going as wide as possible. Very interesting line indeed. Down into the second runway. This is very crucial for the Red Bull driver because he is currently at risk of elimination if he does not set this lap. Down into the final corner, Piervana nails it. He crosses the line. Piervana pushes himself up to 7th place. And that means Tenay is now in danger. And obvious is the driver at risk. Only 3 minutes and a half remaining. Ooh, knee. Looks like knee is struggling for grip. Interesting. Maybe he come to steer. Knee fails to improve his lap time. Looks like he will have to settle for 4th. Tenay currently 16th in position. If he does not do something, he will be eliminated together alongside with Power. Ooh, that is some small air from Tenay. Tenay will have to quickly go into the pits. He doesn't have much time left. He only have less than 2 minutes, so he has to make this quick. Power has taken from the house. Not looking very good. Down dead last. Tenay now exiting the pits. This is going to be very crucial here. He has only 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. So if he does not make it, he is going to be eliminated. All eyes on Tenay, and as well as Power was taken from the Haas. Their Haas driver looks like he is not getting the correct lines to be very fast here. That is the 2 yellow sectors. This is looking very grim for the Haas driver. Here comes Power down into the final corner. Ooh, the Alpine crash at the background. Power gets a green sector 3, but that is not enough to push himself out. Looks like he will be eliminated out of qualifying 1, unfortunately. Tenay, he has less than 1 minute left to go before qualifying 1 ends. So if he does not cross the line before this, he is not going to push himself out. He's not going to be able to set his lap time. Tenay now approaching. Only 26 seconds left. Tenay now into the final corner. He manages himself to start a new lap time. And here we go. Obvious currently in the driver of the race. Can Tenay push himself and push Obvious down into the danger zone? And qualifying 1 is over. It's a red flag. Drivers cannot start a new lap anymore. All eyes on Tenay now on the Alfa Romeo driver. Trying to push himself out into qualifying 2. Yellow sector 1. This is looking very grim for the Alfa Romeo. Tenay, he has to go full out here. He hesitates on turn 9. That's a yellow sector 2. Tenay now approaching the final corner. Is he going to be able to go into Q2? He approaches the final corner. Tenay gives up. Well, that was very unfortunate for Tenay. Looks like Tenay and Power was taken is eliminated from qualifying 1. What a shame. Let's take a look at the leaderboard right now. Evan takes provisional pole. Infin takes second place. Mirage takes third. Lee starts fourth. Moto takes fifth. Little Boy takes sixth. Senna settles for 7th. Piervana settles for 8th. Traxton settles for 9th. Shaded 10th. Vices 11th. Ron 12th. Teen Poker 13th. F5000 14th. Obvious 15th. These top 15 drivers will be proceeding to qualifying 2. Tenay, I'm reading his chat right now saying that he could easily do a 116, but he's complaining that the red flag that has stopped him. Tenay, the red flag is the checker flag for the session. Tenay just threw away his lap. That was such a bra moment for Tenay in the Alfa Romeo. Looks like this confusion has caused him to be eliminated in this qualifying one. Nevertheless, that was the end of qualifying 1, and we will see you soon in qualifying 2, starting in just a few moments time. And for now, we will take a quick break. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to qualifying session 2. Things are just heating up with only 15 drivers remaining. The top 10 at the end of qualifying 2 will proceed on to qualifying 3. The bottom 5 drivers will be eliminated. So, let's see who is going to be eliminated in this round. Right now it's currently 4:59 p.m. and in just less than 10 seconds we will be starting racing. So right now it's go go go, qualifying 2 just started. So, 15 drivers. Only the top 5 will be eliminated. Who will be eliminated next in this qualifying session? So far, things are not looking for Shaden and Ron. Looks like these two drivers are just struggling here for the bumps. So, hopefully these two drivers can really push themselves to the limit in order to secure a spot in the next qualifying session. A friendly battle is going on between Shaden and Evan in the warm-up lap. I think that is completely unnecessary at all. So here comes Shaden, going to be the first driver to start the flying lap. This is not looking very optimistic here, but hopefully Shaden can perform a miracle here today. Shader is the first among the drivers to start his flying lap, and here we go, down into corner 1 and down into corner 2. Shader going very wide there. The McLaren looks like he nearly spun out, but he has regained control. That's Infin. So right now, Shader, Ron and Infin setting their lap times. Infin clipped the yellow sausage curves, almost sends the car to the barrier. Looks like his lap times is affected very badly. Infinity has decided to reset. Shaded and Ron, both drivers setting the flying laps. As we can see, these two different drivers, Shaded goes wide, he goes into the sand, and that means that his lap time is compromised. Ron is getting closer to him. The Alpine driver is just blocking his view. This is also going to affect Ron's lap time as well. Shader sets the first lap time with a 1 minute 16. That's a very poor time. Ron also sets a 1:16. Not looking good for both of these drivers. Struggling. F5000 also seems to be struggling with a 1 minute and 17. Mirage sets a 1 minute and 13.7. Knee, 2 purple sectors. As we can see now, as he approaches the final corner, Knee in the Williams closing in behind Little Boy. Knee gets first place with a 1 minute and 13, and he crashes in style. Infinity in the McLaren, currently on his warm-up lap after resetting, is going to set a new flying lap. And here we go. Looks like the traffic here in this track is getting a little bit heavier, and this is going to affect a lot of drivers' vision. Infinity here, very interesting driving style. Very erratic moves. Looks like he's driving on a keyboard, it seems, based on its very aggressive. Or is he on the controller? Who knows? As you can see now, Infinity sets a green sector 1, improves his personal best as he approaches down into turn 9, down into the second runway, approaching very quickly behind Visors in the AlphaTauri. He's getting actually closer. That means Infinity has the fastest speed as compared to the AlphaTauri. As we can see now, Visors is just now blocking the McLaren driver. Here he comes, Infin, down into the main straight. Infin gets third place with a 1 minute and 13.9. Evan also currently on his flying lap. The Alpine driver goes very wide there. That is not in the very optimal speed. Looks like Evan's lap time is compromised. Indeed it is. It's a yellow sector 1. Behind the F5000 of Aston Martin here. It looks like Evan is currently on his out lap. I thought he was in his flying lap. My bad. Evan now at the final corner, down into the main straight. He starts his flying lap. He is getting closer to Ron in the Mercedes. The Mercedes driver is just being a nuisance to the Alpine driver. Looks like he will have to negotiate alongside with Ron and Moto. Be sure not to be blocking each other's view. Ooh, Ron goes wide. He has spun. Ron spins and loses precious time. Evan in the Alpine, a very methodical line. Evan not looking very good here. No purple sectors. It's possible that he might be outpaced by Knee in this lap. Evan with a green sector 2. Unless Evan sets a blistering sector 3, Evan will have to negotiate with maybe around second. Yep, he gets second. Yeah, that is a purple sector 3, but that is not enough to beat Knee. So let's take a look at the leaderboard right now. The current drivers currently in danger zone are Vices, Obvious and Senna. And F5000 is the driver at risk. Ooh, terrible understeer from Obvious. He just have no grip at all. Meanwhile, Senna currently in last place. Looks like he has not set a flying lap so far. Senna, the Ferrari driver, nowhere to be seen in the leaderboard. So looks like Senna currently in his flying lap, it seems. Senna will have to be doing an amazing job, but he goes wide. Very interesting line there. Let's see if Senna can set himself out of the elimination zone. Senna down into the main straight. Senna gets 12th fastest with 1 minute and 19. Ooh, that is not very good. So with only 6 minutes remaining on the clock, things are going to be a little bit heating up, especially with Senna and Obvious down in the bottom 2 alongside with Vices in 11th. At 5000, currently the driver at risk if he does not improve, and if any of the bottom 3 drivers beat him in his lap time, at 5000 is just going to be eliminated. As we can see, the Williams driver understeering and crashed. So right now, as you can see here, Knee, despite having the pole position, he is still trying to set some lap times. Senna tries again to set a flying lap. Can Senna get himself out of the elimination? Yes, he can! Senna bets himself down into 6th position. Not bad at all from Senna in the Ferrari, beating his teammate by just 1/10 of a second. With only less than 5 minutes remaining on the clock, let's see who is going to be eliminated next. Ron is currently the driver at risk. At 5000 in the Aston Martin, currently at 11th place. Vices in the Ferrari, and Obvious in the AlphaTauri. Both AlphaTauri drivers looks like they both are struggling here in this track. Meanwhile, Shaded currently in 9th place, so if Ron beats him, he is possibly the driver at risk. With only 4 minutes remaining on the clock, the drivers will definitely have to set their lap times as soon as possible. Shaded is just warming up his tires, as we can see him swerving across the track. So right now there is just less than 4 minutes remaining. 3:53 right now. They will have to start their warm-up laps right now for those who are currently in the pits. Let's go on board with Shaded in the Alpine. He gets a green sector 1, not bad at all. He goes wide! He goes wide at the end of turn 10. I'm not sure if this is going to affect his qualifying time, but looks like Shaded will have to make up for it. Oh, Shaded hesitated across turn 9. This is not looking good here, because his hesitation has cost him a lot of time. So it's a green sector 2 nevertheless. So maybe if Shaded can keep up with this current pace, he might improve himself. Shaded now approaching the final corner. Can he improve his lap time? Down into the main straight. Shaded gets himself up to 8th place, beating Moto. Moto seems to be struggling here in this qualifying session now. So currently the driver at risk is F5000, Obvious and Vices. If the 3 drivers do not improve or beat Ron's lap time, they will be eliminated. And the time remaining is just 2 minutes left. They will have to do something. F5000, Obvious and Vices. These 3 drivers are currently at the driver who are going to be eliminated at this rate. And Ron, let's take a look at Ron as well. Ron is currently the driver at risk. Looks like the Mercedes team has really fallen off recently after having a strong start in Bahrain and UAE. Looks like Mercedes has really fallen down its performance gap. Ron just couldn't keep up to the pressure. Ron fell. Ron is still currently at 10. He has not improved at all. The gap between Moto and Ron is just 2 seconds. This is not looking good. You can obviously see the skill gap between the top 9 drivers and the bottom 4 drivers. Only 1 minute remaining on the clock. So this is do or die time for the bottom 3 drivers now. This is not looking good, because Vices, F5000 are obvious. Looks like they all have yellow sector 1s. They need more than yellow sectors at this point. Only 20 seconds remaining. Vices in currently his hot lap. But to be honest, this does not look good. It's a yellow sector 1 for sector 1 and sector 2. Vices, his chances of getting to qualifying 3 is very slim now. Obvious starting his new flying lap. He screws it up immediately. This is not looking good. Time's up for qualifying 2. Obvious is out of qualifying. Vices, he crosses the line. Cannot improve at all. F5000 is not in his car. The bottom 3 drivers has been eliminated. This means F5000, Vices and Obvious will be starting at 11, 12 and 13. That was so unfortunate, and looks like Ron was very lucky to be able to get to 10th place. And that is it for qualifying 2. Stay tuned for qualifying 3.
right now, as you can see here, where are the drivers? Looks like the drivers are not in the pit garage. Not sure who to be here. Ah, alright. How much is the increase? So we will be starting qualifying 3 in just 4 minutes time. 5:50.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to qualifying 3. We shall begin shortly. In just less than 10 seconds, we will have a green flag and we can begin qualifying for the final 10 spots. It's green flag and away we go for qualifying 3, the final qualifying session. We can see all the drivers, 9 drivers currently, for the final qualifying session to sort themselves out for tomorrow's starting grid. So Evan would definitely want to do his very best so that he is able to take the most advantage out of it. Evan is just driving very quickly in the warm-up lap. Ooh, shaded flip! He has flipped upside down! He has clipped the yellow sausage curb! That was a very close call to losing his front wing. So right now we can see Evan and Infinity starting their respective flying laps. Evan going very wide there at the exit of turn 5. Infinity is looking to have the better speed here, but as we can see, Evan and Infinity are just jockeying for the lead. Evan gets a purple sector 1. Infinity spun! Infinity flipped himself across the yellow sausage curbs. Infinity, he is very lucky to not crash, unlike the Mercedes of Ron! Ron crashed at turn 9. Here we go. As we can see, Evan, the first driver to set the flying lap down into the final corner, getting blocked view from the grandstands. Evan gets provisional pole with a 1 minute and 13.7. Nee beats Evan with a 1 minute and 13.4. Instantly denied from pole position by Nee. Nee is just doing amazing service for the British fans here for the Williams. Moto finishing his... Oh wait, no. Moto starts his flying lap right now. Moto and Infinity looking very strong. Meanwhile, Mirage in the Red Bull has beaten Evan. And Moto spun! Moto spins at the exit of corner 2. Unbelievable! What an uncharacteristic mistake from Moto, the American driver for the McLaren. Little Boy, meanwhile, out of nowhere, sets a purple sector 1. All eyes on Little Boy in the Alfa Romeo. Looks like this guy has been sandbagging, but it looks like he has gotten overtaken by Nee. Looks like he has compromised the entry speed at turn 9. Very interesting lap time for Little Boy. How much can he get for the Alfa Romeo? As we can see now, this is one very terrible camera angle. It's very difficult to see the drivers. It is constantly getting blocked by the plane and the grandstands. As we can see, Little Boy approaches the main straight. Little Boy gets 4th place with a 1 minute 13.9. Absolute dominant drive. Well, not very dominant, but still quite impressive for the young newcomer. Not bad, setting purple sector 1. I wonder who is going to be beating that record. Shaded, who has yet to set the flying lap. We can see now, green sector 1, green sector 2. Shaded now approaching the final corner here. Getting blocked. Shaded approaching the main straight. What can he get? Shader gets 6th place. Infin approaching the main straight. Infin can only settle for 7th place. How about Senna in the Ferrari? Let's find out. As we can see, Senna makes a mistake here, goes too wide. He has crashed into the outside wall of turn 10. That was very unfortunate. So right now we only have 4 minutes remaining on the clock. 4 minutes remaining on the clock. Less time now for the drivers to set the flying laps. So one of the best advices here to tackle in this very tricky track here is to generally to approach slowly so that you can focus on the exit speed. Remember, slow in, fast out. That is how you can get a very blistering lap time here. As you can see, Moto finishes his flying lap. Moto settles for 6th, beating Infin. Infin has just beaten his teammate. Looks like Infinity and Moto settles for 6th and 7th for the McLaren. So let's take a look at the leaderboard right now. Evan currently in the provisional pole. Me currently in 2nd place. Mirage currently in 3rd. Trexton currently in 4th. Little Boy currently in 5th. Infinity currently in 6th. Moto currently 7th. Shaded currently 8th. Senna currently 9th. And Ron currently 10th. So right now, the provisional pole is Evan with a 1 minute and 13.3. Looks like he has beaten Lee sometime. Ooh, terrible understeer from Mirage. He has lost his front wing. The Red Bull driver spun at the the exit of corner 5. With only 1 minute and 43 seconds remaining, the drivers only have one more warm-up lap to do. So this is the final run. Who is going to get provisional pole? Will Evan improve himself, or will Nee be able to beat Evan's lap time? Let's find out, shall we, as these two drivers are finishing their warm-up laps. Eyes on these two drivers here, and possibly also on Mirage, or maybe even Trexton. So right now, 1 minute left on the clock. As you can see, Nee starts. Nee approaching the main straight. Nee starts his flying lap. So be sure to watch out for the Williams driver and also the Alpine behind him, Evan. Mirage. I think he's currently on his flying lap. Is he currently on his flying lap? I'm not sure. Oh, Evan and Nee, something happened. What happened? Meanwhile, Senna and Infinity starts their new lap. 16 remaining on the clock. Little Boy gets a purple sector 1. It's getting more chaotic right now. Mirage starts a new flying lap as well. 6 seconds remaining. This is getting a little bit more intense. Oh, Mirage has given up. Mirage abandons his flying lap. What happened? Unbelievable. I could not believe this has happened. So right now, that's the end of qualifying 3. Nobody can start a new flying lap. Here comes Little Boy. Little Boy does not improve at all despite having the best purple sector 1. Shaded is at the exit of corner 9. I'm not sure what is he doing there. Senna, currently, who has yet to finish their flying lap, currently in 9th place. Can Senna improve his flying lap? Oh, Senna make a front flip. Senna gives up. Senna had to settle for 9th tomorrow. Oh, how unfortunate. Looks like that will be the end of the qualifying session. Infinity gets provisional pole. Infinity for the McLaren starts first, and Evan starts alongside with the McLaren driver. I have no idea. Infinity came out of nowhere. Just too many things going on, and I just wasn't able to capture who is going to be able to improve. That was so unfortunate that we have no footage of Infin getting the the pole position. But nevertheless, that was an amazing drive from the McLaren driver. Nevertheless, thank you for watching the qualifying session, and we will see you in tomorrow's main race. My name is Bipis, and we will see you tomorrow. So until then, goodbye.